So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Aniran here, and today it is time for me to bring you 9 things that I think EA should add to FIFA 19 during the course of this game cycle. That's self-explanatory. They're not going to make additions to FIFA 19 in the next game cycle, are they? What I'm trying to say is, these are things that I don't even think EA have to wait to implement until next FIFA. They could add them onto the current one instead, and I'll show you why, and I'll get on to why and how I think they can add these things for this current FIFA rather than waiting for years in the future. Now, if you're going to enjoy the video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. If there's anyone from EA watching, watch intently, if that's the word, because these things I genuinely think would improve the game and keep people a little bit more interested in little various ways. So, I always talk about this when it comes to these BuzzFeedy FIFA videos, but new face scans, for the love of God, I know you can add them during the course of a game cycle because you did it with the recently promoted Premier League teams like Wolves and Cardiff and Fulham, etc. We've now got Jean-Michel Seri and Ruben Neves and Diogo Jota and stuff with actual in-game faces and stuff and face scans. For the love of God, the European teams need more face scans. They've done bits with Spain recently, but Germany, France, Italy, all lagging behind massively. Germany especially. I mean, someone like Jadon Sancho, okay, is lighting up German football, and to be honest, is going to be lighting up European football generally. The kid is going to be a sensation, and this is his face right now. That is Jadon Sancho's face. I'm not even sure that's a legal hairstyle. That is a disgusting hairstyle that they've got on him as well, which is another issue for another day. There's not enough hairstyles for mixed race and black players on this game, but again, that's not the point. Jadon Sancho needs a face scan, okay? Someone who's as exciting and doing as much as he is across European football needs to actually have a face in the game. And I love the fact that they're focusing on English football. I'm based in England, it's great. But there's so many countries and so many leagues being neglected on this game in favour of people like Ryan Brewster being head scanned. He's a great prospect for Liverpool, but he's played like twice for us at senior level. Yet Jadon Sancho, Naldo, Jorginho, players who really should have face scans by now, don't have them. There's some really high quality players and really exciting players right now that don't have their actual faces in the game, yet youth academy players from Manchester United and Manchester City seem to have them. It's an odd imbalance. New managers that have been hired in recent times in leagues where there is licensing for the managers need to be added to career mode. We're still waiting for Nuno. I still don't think we've got Neil Warnock as well, and we're also waiting for the new managers, the likes of Claudio Ranieri, who I'm pretty sure would have been face scanned from his time in Leicester, and obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well, the new Manchester United manager. There's been a glitch going on recently. We've got Joachim Löw, who's now in career mode. I don't know why that is the case. The Turkish manager's in career mode now, which is brilliant. That's phenomenal, but it would be nice to have some of the actual EPL managers in there. Has Maurizio Sarri even been added yet? The last time I checked, it was still a Chelsea representative. These things need to be added. If you're going to have the manager faces for a league, you need to keep updating them. There needs to be those updates every single patch. Number 3, we've got some new celebrations from real life. I personally think that EA should take a leaf out of PES's book here, because basically anytime there's a patch on PES, they actually add celebrations along with the patches as well. And I realise celebrations are not the biggest thing that EA should be concerning themselves about, but it does keep them a bit more, what's the word? A little bit more relevant, I guess, as the season progresses, because I know what's going to happen, right? They're going to add the new celebrations like the Dele Alli celebration and Firmino covering his eye and all that jazz next year when they're not relevant and nobody's doing them. If you're going to add them at the time. Do you know what I mean? Get someone to do the action and then just implement it into the game when the new patch comes out. But yeah, I think it would just be nice and fun to have some different, celebrations, maybe even some different skill moves as well added to FIFA during the course of a game cycle. I know there's a bit of a buzz sometimes around new celebrations in a game, but they could always add a new batch when a new game comes out. They could add 3 or 4 across the course of FIFA 19, and then add another 7 or something, or 10, when FIFA 20 comes out. The Brozovic crocodile block, apparently it's been called. I didn't realise it was a crocodile block, but that's number 4. Basically, when Marcelo Brozovic decided he was going to lie on the floor to block a free kick that went under the wall. That's what it's been labelled as. I think that would be jokes. You can obviously move your wall, you can have runners, you can jump and all that jazz. It would be nice to be able to deploy someone to block that under the wall shot. Though I don't think that's all that effective really on FIFA 19, generally speaking. So at first, I think EA would have to make that an actual plausible thing to do, because I don't think anyone would ever try it, because you can't really get the power on it. It's always a P-roller, so you can get it under the wall, but you'd never have the power to beat the goalkeeper, so there's no real need. So once they've implemented that, I guess then they could have put this into the game as well. It was quite funny, and I've been seeing a couple of other people trying to copy it as well. Now the thing is, I know that EA can add stuff like new celebrations and things like that, new animations, because they've done it during the course of this game cycle already. Jesse Lingard's Jay Ling celebration was added before. They added Paul Pogba's run up, and I think another animation that would be hilarious is Joseph Martinez's penalty run up. Basically, he jumps as I don't quite understand how it works, but he jumps as he's taking the penalty. Don't even ask me how, but they've added Paul Pogba's. I think they should add this one, and generally speaking, I think they should add some more penalty animations full stop. There was another one as well, done by an Athletic Bilbao forward a couple of weeks back, where he basically takes one step back and then shoots and takes the goalkeeper off guard. That would be hilarious as well when it comes to playing on FIFA 19 too. I'd love to see that one, where you could press maybe a couple of buttons before he actually takes the run up to be able to do that, and then maybe catch the goalkeeper by surprise again if you're playing online or whatever. And yeah, the Joseph Martinez one would be quite cool as well. If you're going to have this annoying Paul Pogba one where it takes him 16 years to take the shot, you might as well have some actual good ones implemented as well. Number 6, we've got tattoos in edit player mode. So this is basically tattoos for any game mode where you can edit players. So I'm talking career mode, player mode, pro clubs, all that jazz. You should be able to get tattoos on the game, because if you use the cheat table on PC, you can add tattoos to players on the game. That's because basically you can add tattoos to Alex Hunter in The Journey. I think they should be able to take that technology and move it on to other aspects of the game as well. You should be able to add them to players, or on career mode or player mode, or when you create your own player on player mode, then you should be able to add tattoos. And pro clubs as well. When you're creating your own pro, you should have the option to add tattoos to your players. You can do everything else. You can give them hairstyles and facial hair and change how they look and whatever. You should be able to give them tattoos as well. I don't really see the issue. There can always be, you know, predetermined ones and made up ones like the ones in The Journey. I wouldn't give artistic licensing for creators to make their own. I think that's gonna land people in some issues. Number 7, the ability to mix and match kits. I can't imagine it's a very difficult thing, but you quite rarely see teams go the whole season where they use their home kit, like the home shirt and the home shorts at the same time, every single time. That would be quite nice to be able to edit that. I know you used to be able to do that on old Pro Evo games, actually. You could choose, for example, your home away shirt, but then you could have the away shorts or the away socks or something to avoid clashing. This would also be useful when it comes to goalkeeper kits as well. So often I play a team where the goalkeeping kit for the opposition is the same as my goalkeeping kit, or it's the same as the referee's shirt, and it's like, come on, that wouldn't happen in real life, just let's not. Or even worse than that, the goalkeeper's kit actually matches my away kit or something, and it's just a travesty. Number 8 is a very detailed one, and one that I'm sure a lot of people won't care about, but Fulham fans will especially care about. Add the cottage entrance to Craven Cottage. Fam, they're coming out the stadium. They're walking out of the part of the stadium they're not meant to walk out of. They've done it for Old Trafford, where you don't come out of the middle of the stadium. Why can't they do it for Craven Cottage as well? Because they're literally walking out of the steps at that stadium. If you don't know, that's Fulham's home stadium, and they've added it for FIFA, I think, for this year. The players don't come out of the section of the stadium where they're meant to. They've added the cottage onto the game. It's literally there. It's just the players don't walk out of it. I don't know how difficult that is to do, but it would be nice if they could achieve that at some point, because it must ruin the realism for Fulham fans. And then finally, some more alternate kits for lower league teams, or just general not English teams. Again, preferential treatment towards English clubs, and I get that. It's all licensing and rights and stuff in the Premier League. To be honest with you, marketing-wise, it's probably the biggest league in the world. I get that. But, you know, if you're a flipping Aston Villa fan, you might want to have your third kit on a game. That might be a terrible example. They might have their third kit on a game. But so there's other teams in the world that have an alternate kit. it would be sick if some more teams could have that. I don't know how difficult it is to put kits on a game. I don't know the coding. I don't know what the effort and the time restraints are for that sort of thing. But instead of maybe having 4 kits for Paris Saint-Germain, or 4 kits for Manchester United, it would be nice to have a couple more third kits for some different teams that are also heavily supported. That, though, rounds up the 9 things I would like to see added to FIFA 19. Not just career mode, but the game generally speaking. And I feel like all of them at some point could actually be added to this game if EA work hard enough with the patches. I don't know, they may, you know, not see that much in terms of priorities in any of these things, and they might leave it till FIFA 20, but personally, I feel like these aren't exactly new features. They're things that could be added in patches, for example. Let me know down in the comment section what other things you would like to see added to FIFA 19 in this sort of style. I'll do more videos in the coming month as to new features that I'd like to see in FIFA 20 career mode, for example, and new ideas that we could have in the next games. As I said, though, that is it. If you enjoyed the video, slap a like on it, subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days too, my Twitter and Insta at the official FNG, and links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.